So this has rapidly become an urgent message, and mainstream people don't really understand if they haven't been studying and really learning about the changes of the earth, the frequencies that we're all living through. They don't understand the magnitude of this now moment. And prior to me coming on the air, I received a very alarming text message, which I will share prior to me getting into the lesson today, so that people understand the importance of this moment that we're in. Those that have been watching the channel, we've been tracking the Schumann resonance, the solar activity, and so what we're all experiencing is total destruction and dismantling, which we feel on the inside. And actually during this month, which is also Mental Health Awareness Month, this is something that when people don't understand, well, why are these emotions coming up? Why am I feeling this way? There is a total destruction and dismantling. I wrote this whole lesson down, and prior to me coming on, my good friend sends me this text message. So we're going to focus on what's happening for other people. I appreciate everyone that's coming on. If you're watching on the replay, I'm going to start getting deep into the lesson around the 4-minute mark. In the meantime, you could kindly click the like button. You could grab yourself a notepad to write some of these things down that I'm going to share today, because none of what we're experiencing can be bypassed. It must be felt. The total destruction and dismantling of a system, and I know people in the world don't thoroughly understand the frequencies, what our cells are picking up on, the deep pain that goes down to the bone, all the way down to the bone. And when we think about the old system that is no longer going to be here anymore, our physical body is energetically connected to that system. So I appreciate everyone coming on. Shannon, Willie, Guardians, the poet, BJ. I appreciate everyone coming on. It's a very strong energy in the modern society, because this is emotions that is coming up, which was not to be ignored. Your spirit, which is not to be ignored. So a lot of men in the world will struggle with this, because in the modern society, you were told to ignore these things, shove it down. And this is why we're witnessing a lot of sad occurrences happening. And, the more that you get this word out, other people will understand the process that we're all going through. And at the end of this lesson, so you might ask yourself, well, what's your mindset? How do you do it? And I'm going to give you the mindset. And, without you getting this lesson, there are going to be people in the world say, I don't understand this mindset. So you're really going to have to focus. If it's important for you to continue moving forward, I'm not stuttering. I'm giving you the answers. If it's important for you to continue moving forward, you're going to have to really focus, understand these things, and implement changes to your life. We're at the 4-minute mark. So prior to me going on, I wrote this lesson plan, and I was ready to come on. And my good friend, who's a lieutenant up in New York, dealing with two men that are jumpers. And last night, someone jumped, and now they're dealing with someone else, talking them out. It's a whole production going on the bridge, talking them out of jumping. Now, when it comes to a situation like a person that's jumping, it's a big spectacle, and people see it because it's out in public, it's out in the street. But what about the people that are suffering in silence? A lot of suffering is coming up to the surface right now. So when my friend is giving me this text, and this is happening thousands of miles away, the information in this video that I'm about to share today is of a top priority importance. So again, we're still live. Hit the like button. It's going to help others. And Mr. D is going to explain what you're going through. We're in a world right now where this information can't be suppressed from the public. If you're a person that's getting this message and you have been resonating, it's really important, and that's why, I receive a text like that to validate the importance of this now moment. Okay. So what we're going through is a total dismantling and a destruction of an undoing. So within your body, there is a base energy center in your body. Okay. And the base energy center of the body includes, which is your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root. Okay. The chakras, their energy, and that's your foundation. The foundation has been linked to a system. The system is not going to be here any longer. So in your body, you're going to have pains. You're going to have emotions. You're going to have depression. What is depression? It's deep rest. You might feel like you need to take a step back and rest. The old system of control is absolutely being dismantled. There's a total destruction. So that your physical body is releasing. So when you feel, pains in the stomach, we have been going through at a very intense rate in the past couple weeks. Okay. Appreciate that, Jen. It is a very strong message today. So we have been going through this dismantling in the past few weeks. And being a light warrior is not just a phrase. It must be done. So when you think about the spiritual battle, a lot of people don't understand it at a deep level. And a lot of the battle is going on inside of the body. And that's why you have to hear this message, because your physical body is releasing. And I'm feeling it. So that's why, you could look at me, because I'm taking the journey every step of the way, side by side with you, right? The leaders are on the ground. That means I have to go through the pain. That means on a daily basis, I have to implement changes. And how am I going to manage with what I have studied in order to go through the change? Because you cannot, let me talk right to you. You cannot spiritually bypass this process right now. Archie, I say I feel it up into my teeth. You'll feel pain riveting through the bones. It could go up into your teeth. Okay. My friend resonated with that. He felt it as well. So you are going to feel this in your hips, right? Maybe your hips are very tight right now. A lower back, absolutely tight right now. It's difficult. It's difficult because, there's certain things I want to do in my life, and, and you might be a man like me. A lot of people are going through this process. It comes from a different place when you do it alone. Okay. And a lot of people, we're at this place as the wind is now magically picking up right now. Must be a strong message. We're going to hold on. We're going to hold on to the lesson plan as the wind is picking up. You're going to have to go through these things. So the old dance, the way of being, you had a way of being. I had a way of being. Okay. We all had a way of being. We can't be that way anymore. We can never be disrespected anymore. I hope someone hears this. We can never, you got to be worthy. We got to be worthy. It's a new way of being. We could never be disrespected anymore. You got to understand these things, okay? So we have to shift our ways, men and women. I think the children, Dolores Cannon talked about the indigo children. Some of these children, they came in, they had everything ready to go. And then there's some of us that are breaking free of a lot of emotional pain. And a lot of people know about saving our children, protecting our children, because you, the person that's getting this message, and a lot of you sit down sometimes with your children, you watch Our Everyday Lives. I appreciate everyone clicking subscribe if you haven't clicked subscribe, because this is the information that we need to move forward. Because you were a child years ago, you were a lot of women in this world. I'm a single guy on a journey, and I study women and I study the behaviors. And what has happened is divine feminine woman. There was maybe a very negative man that came into your life when you were younger, and that negative man put a lot of trauma on you. And then later in life, this is why humanity is collapsing right now, because union never happened, right? So you're the woman, you're the divine feminine, and you're taking out the frustrations, the negativity that you had maybe at childhood, at a young age, and now you're throwing it upon or running away from the divine masculine. All right, and men were programmed, through the media, through the songs to disrespect, and this all happened as a child. The younger children of the world, a lot of people have been looking through the subliminal messages that they put in some of the movies. Okay, Pop Recordings writes, boom, we're dropping the booms today. All right. And I appreciate the community support, because when you support the message, you allow a truth message to help people in a very dense. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, because everything's collapsing right now. It's a total dismantling and destruction that's happening, and it must happen on the inside. I know there's going to be people that are new. In your gut, in your bones, in the base of the spine, in your root chakra. Oh, that lower back is killing us right now. We're holding this from the world that we lived in. Yeah, we have to respect ourselves, Chris Mason. So your body is being dismantled right now. Your body. It's hard. We're all feeling it. We're all feeling this dismantling. I'm sitting in a chair right now. I gotta keep. I need to have I feel like I need to be pulled apart. That's how intense it is. So what has to happen when we have lived in an old world? We are shifting the codes. There has to be flow energy. There has to be trust. So if you're a woman, if you're supposedly the divine feminine, some people pretend to be the divine feminine, you got to get into your intuition. And what that means is you have to get to trust. I understand that the sacred people of the world, the light workers of the world, the divine feminine, you did have things, but now something has to shift, because if it doesn't shift, okay, we don't move forward, and we'll never move forward without the shift. You have to now trust. And what do you have to trust? Do you have to trust your loser friends that are NPCs trying to lead you astray? No. And all of the things that I'm discussing right now are full videos. I shared this at the end of the last podcast, okay? I am your teacher, right? I had a teacher years ago, and he gave us a little homework assignment, and people refused. They didn't want to do they didn't want to read, okay? You didn't want to listen. And he said, it's like ragu. It's in there. The answers are here. If I popped up on your screen, this is a sense of urgency right now. I'm not here to cookie cutter things. I'm here to get the job done. If you appreciate that, okay, there's going to be videos. If maybe you missed out, you have to dive into these messages. You will, the matrix will try to lead you astray and be distractions at this time. And there will be people that miss out. And then it becomes your free will, because you made the decision, because you did not listen to your intuition, divine feminine. You listened to morons. Ooh, I like this channel. It's just the truth. Men, men, how you doing? There's a lot of emotional pain. You were told, yeah, shut up, go back to work, be a man, right? They gave you the bullshit, all right? You have to process these things. Now, a lot of this on a journey, you might work out. I see somebody's also post on my Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook. We grow as a Facebook community every day. You have to go to. We all have to go to the gym. Okay, process these things. I walk out in nature, which a lot of people aren't getting. Okay. When I walk barefoot in nature, it's not about burning calories. I see people, they put the rubber soles on, they're in the rational mind, they walk on a treadmill. It's not about burning calories. You're absolutely wasting your time in the most important pivotal moment in the history of humanity, where your energetic fields must be recalibrated, your entire body. It can't be denied. Do you feel it in your guts? Do you feel it in your roots? And for our masculine, maybe you're cold. You're going to have to be a warrior. You might have to go deep into SR. And you can't be distracted. All of these chakras, this whole system, have to be, and when you do this, you're actually re-looping the energy field. You're re-looping it. Now, I wrote about in the notes prior to me getting that text message. Okay, some people might not be able to continue because many physical bodies, the physical body cannot be ignored. The feelings, the toxins, the traumas, the negative thoughts that are in the body. And I wrote down some people might not be able to continue. Okay, and that's why you if you're getting this message, you cannot be scared of the destruction and the dismantling, because every stone will be unturned. Everything will be undone. And what's being undone? It's inside of you. You are calibrated. Those that are well-versed, if not, you have to get verse on this now. You have to get verse on this now. Your physical body is calibrated to a reality, to a societal system of filth that's being dismantled right now. And you are sitting there alone in your home, and you're feeling this in your body. And that's why we have to get the message out to the people. Don't sit on your hand today. Hit the like button today. Because there are people suffering in silence, and they don't understand, well, why does my back feel this way? Why does my stomach feel this way? Why do I feel? And then you're going to feel the heart palpitations, and that's because we are supposed to be living from the heart space. Some people didn't like all the NPCs, the soulless NPCs, and I gave you the answer, and people didn't listen. You are supposed to operate out of the heart, not the demented brain. Who put those programs in your brain? Don't like it? Tough. Because it cannot be spiritually bypassed. This shift must happen in a heart space. And you got to speak up your truth. We got the very powerful blues. That throat is got to, these lower chakras, that's your foundation. But then you bring this energy up to the heart, and then that throat you got to speak out your truth. And some people in this world are terrified of speaking their truth. Sometimes you got to face the girl in the mirror. Sometimes you got to face the man in the mirror, not a boy in the mirror, the man in the mirror. We have to face these things. And you're going to feel this riveting through you. You feel it in the physical body, in your organs, in your bones. The pain is deep within the bone right now. I was talking to my good friend. We were sitting in the sauna yesterday, right? And so these are things that I do, other divine masculine are doing right now. It's not to be ignored. And we have to spend the time working on it, constantly working, constantly detoxing, constantly shifting. It's constant right now. And you will leave people in the dust. You will leave people in the dust. Not everyone's destined to make it through. This is not some sugarcoating catchphrase. This is what it is. It is a shift, And what we need to do is understand the energy body and the physical body. You have a base energy center that is totally being dismantled right now. This ain't spiritual wackadoo. It's stuff that cannot be bypassed. It must be addressed. It must be addressed. And sometimes in your life, your system will constantly give you these things until you physically address it, which means it could be in your work. It could be in the avoidance of the world. There's a lot of avoidance that avoid love. And that stuff will eat you up on the inside. We are in a game, and this is the Matrix. And the sooner you realize this, we actually are not supposed to take life too seriously. Okay? We're supposed to. She's blooming. We were supposed to bloom. Let me tell you to you straight, because I watch you. And at the end of the message, I'm going to give you the main focal point. Understand right now, humanity is about to go extinct. Get it through your brain. And I live a certain way. We were supposed to bloom right now. Union never happened, ladies and gentlemen, because people are in their ego. People chose fear. It never happened. It never happened, kid. Because let the greatest science teacher that existed, let me tell you to your face, energy is the ability to cause change and no actual change. Don't give me the spiritual bypassing. People that are tuned into this message, you're not here for the spiritual bypassing. There needed to be actual change, a radical, actual physical change. Energy is the ability to, there's a lot of energy, there was a lot of ability, but no love happened. And everyone chose the fear, and we watched it. And we watched it. And if you didn't watch my video, we call it the receipt of the lifetime. They're still in the, there's no, you could put a different package, you could change the scene, the result is still the same. How you doing? It's the same. No real actual change. How many people agree with that? You could put a like on the video. We don't do the spiritual bypassing here. I'm just delivering the truth. There was no real actual change. It's the same in this world. I understand this, the quantum field, there's the inner shift. In this world, people didn't get up through their free will and do real actual change. Pamela Rose, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm very grateful. Thank you, Uncle Mike, for your teaching. I love you. I love you, Pamela Rose. It's a powerful message today. Jane Markey, 1111, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for speaking on this, feeling the intensity. It's not easy at all. Love to you all. I love you, Jane. I love you. Then you got a question. Am I the only one feeling this? I guess I have no other half. I guess there is. How many people are saying that? I guess there really is no one like me. And that's going to lead you to the end of this message today. Don't turn off this message. It's going to lead you to the end. Because if you don't ingest the whole message, then you don't understand. If I give a phrase at the end, at first glance, you don't understand it. But you have to go through the process. We're all being processed right now. It's a deep process. Wind's picking up, kid. The winds of change. The old conditioning must be dismantled, totally destroyed. So if you don't see things happening, this is the representation of it happening in the subconscious. I could sit here today, and that's why a lot of us went through a change, but there is a deep dissonance because who you are is your frequency has changed. The outer world must reflect it. And then you're looking at, you can't tolerate fake people in your life. You're going to get more and more sensitive to this. You can't be disrespected in the workplace anymore. You can't have the disrespect anymore. And that's where that deep inner change that goes into the bone, how many people feel it in the bone? It's a deep pain, riveting pain, base of the spine, shoots right through the body, right up there. I talk to a few people that are very awake in the community here, and so I'm talking to the second one, and I'm like, you know I'm not angry at you, right? So what we need to do, especially if you're a man, you got to speak the things out. You got to, and that's how you're actually healing. And you got to say enough is enough of this disgraceful world where you and other people have been beaten down since childhood, but you can't beat the lioness down her whole life. Can't beat the lion down his whole life. Eventually they're going to rise up. But at the end of the day, in that demented brain, union never happened. Moving forward, in order for us to survive, you don't like this? Tough. This is the answer. Some people, you ever hear the phrase, listen, don't get triggered, but we're going to call it, don't get triggered by the messenger. You have to do union. You have to do it. And that happens in May. But at the end of the day, it's always you. And that's why you're going to have to get to this place that I have gotten to. I've gotten to a very special place. And it's difficult. There's going to be so many people resonated with the concept of the NPCs showing up right now. You're going to go through hundreds, and they're just going to keep popping up. And it's the same fakeness. It's the same distractions. And especially if you're a divine masculine leader with laser pinpoint accuracy, you will know who your divine feminine is. You will know, and you will ignore all the distractions. And it'll absolutely enrage it, and the lion wants to come out. And the absolute pain that comes up, and there is, I'm actually a very, I like to be alone, and I'm going to teach that in an upcoming lesson where I absolutely eviscerate and expose a deep truth. Hit subscribe. You don't want to miss that one. Hit subscribe. I appreciate it if you hit subscribe, but you'll get that daily notification, and it's going to be a big one. It's all coming down. It's all coming down. You will realize this. I spend a lot of time alone. I don't want to be the center of attention. Big crowds, all this other stuff, right? No. Go on the retreats, go on all the, no. Nothing will save you. Nothing will save you from what is coming. Oh, it's coming. It's already here. And it's the only thing. I said it before. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to get it in that brain. And when I speak like this, I speak to the people because I get some comments. I'm really trying to help everyone, and like that's I'm always going to be a teacher in life. I'm always going to be a teacher in life. I get very frustrated, that's why I always refer to. I have such a deep appreciation to the great teachers that I had that left. I wouldn't be here without them. They inspired me to become the greatest teacher in the world, and that's why I get a little just. Like I watch some of my teachers. Yeah, you're not listening. You're not listening. There is nothing, zero. This is one word, one phrase, embodiment. It's period, the end. It's always going to be the answer. Now, there's a process to this, and there are things. But at the end of the day, there is a decision that happens on this is an inner shift. Full videos on the channel page. Again, I can't hold your hand. If you're interested, don't write the comment. Oh, go to the channel. Hi, go to the channel page. I said go to the channel. I got this comment. Yeah, go to the. You see the little circle there? You could smash me in the face. That's me standing by the beautiful rocks out there. Go to videos and just start watching. They're waiting for you. Why didn't you? I can't do it all in a 45-minute live stream. I said the answer's there. You're going to go there. It's embodiment. Look, the channel, the people that are live right now keep writing embodiment, embodiment, embodiment. So on a channel page, it is an internal click. It's a decision. I've made a decision. I had a good talk with my buddy, little chat, and there's got to be a shift that happens on the inside. This is actually what the word repent actually means. Doesn't mean doesn't mean go on the floor and start begging. Repent is that internal shift. There's got to be a click. There's got to be a click that happens on the inside. Do you understand me? There's got to be a light warrior. There's got to be a light warrior. There's got to be there's got to be a light warrior. There's got to be a light warrior. The light's got to click on. Is the lights on? Is no one home? You got to be home, kid. You got to be the light warrior. Let me tell you to you straight right now, because the energy's high right now. I have reached this place right now. I am all, and I know this, and this is a place that you get to, brothers. With everything going on, everyone's got to be responsible for themselves. And if humanity goes extinct, people start dropping. People going to try to stop you. You're going to have to get to this place that on a day when you're watching the sunset and it gets real quiet because there's nobody left, I will be the last man standing. Understand this as an energy. And I've been through a lot, man. I've been through a lot. I've been sabotaged. The knife stuck in the back. No love, nothing. You're going to have to be the warrior. And anyone that was supposed to be with you, she would have been with you. She would have went through the changes. She would have been studying you like the Encyclopedia Britannica. That's what, do they still have that? Do they still study? This is the mindset you have to have. And you become non-negotiable. You're going to write it down. You're going to become I am non-negotiable. And people aren't going to like you. These people aren't going to make it. Tough. It's too intense right now. That's why I teach with real life evidence. And people say, why you got to do the video running up the stair mill, right? It was to teach a lesson. When the energy gets so intense, you must go inside. You can't fake it. Nothing can be faked now. There's no fake transactional love. There is only unconditional love. And if unconditional love cannot be achieved, humanity goes extinct. Period. The end. Period. And we've all been seeing it. And what you need, brother, you have to have unconditional love for yourself. And time again, you know, I meet the biggest guys in the world, right? And they're all beautiful, sweet men on the inside. But there's such a filth in this society. And that's why you had to adapt to the path of the warrior. It's very intense right now, and everything in the body that has been calibrated, you were calibrated as your system is your base energy center, which are your lower chakras. Everything has to be dismantled in the body. Everything. And Andrew, I appreciate you sharing that. That's Andrew, they don't want to do the shadow work. They don't want to do the shadow work. At the end of the day, when you have that mindset, everyone's got to raise their frequency to you, brothers. Everyone's got to raise their frequency to you, brothers. Divine Feminine, you better get in with your intuition. Start listening to yourself. And stop listening to idiots out there. Is my Divine Feminine here? What up? Know what you got. You got to be sharp. Sharp instincts. Instincts. You didn't listen to my talk on instincts and intuition? Get to it, kid. Get to it. The intensity that we're in right now, okay? This is what the spiritual war actually looks like. I'm going to sit here, sing kumbaya. No, what I got to do, see, I didn't come here to coddle the narcissist. I didn't come here to cookie cutter, be Mr. Popular. Ooh, he's Mr. Popular. Let's do a retreat. Hooray. I came here to get the job done. Do you understand the time period? And if you appreciate it, I appreciate if you smash the like button. I'm your high commander. Do you understand? You don't understand. A lot of people don't understand union. They don't understand union. And what you need to do is do the union inside the body. Inside the body. So when I've done videos this month that were disregarded when I did mental health awareness, and some people disregarded it, there are changes you did not understand. I'm here to deliver the understanding, the understanding of the changes. I appreciate that little sunshine. A little sunshine would be nice in this very gray world. I have a lot to deliver, and catching up on the other videos, Larissa, very important. If you, I have a Patreon, so I post a lot on Facebook, and there's a certain way that you could post. I'm just sharing. So anyone that actually really wants, I'm giving you the answers, and I'm gonna put this together. You go on my Patreon. Okay, you could, if you consider to join, there's a free thing. If you want to do the Zooms, you can, but you just go on there for free. And I'm going to post all these videos in one post. I'm going to make a beautiful post. I can't do it on Facebook because you only post one link. It's a different type of platform. And I'm going to post all these videos that if maybe you missed them. And I talked about the intensity when I was out on the rocks. And isn't it intense right now? Maybe you didn't listen to that video and you need to hear that video. Again, you could go to the channel page. The videos are waiting for you. I also believe in, sometimes even on my own journey, if a message I needed to hear, it randomly pops up on my algorithm. But you have to hear the talk on instincts and intuition. I'm your teacher. You have to get these things. You have to get them done. You have to get them done now. Get it done. When people are saying, "Oh, I don't understand my life," it's you all the time. In my life, everything that, just get it through your head, everything that I am in control of, I'm done. It's done. Now, there are other things I want to experience in life. I'm not in control of anyone else outside of me. I'm only responsible for I am. Period. Do Do you feel the intent? Do you feel it riveting through your bones? That's why, just like when I was doing that video, and you can find those videos with running up the stair. Why is he doing a video running up the stair mill? Because when it gets so intense, you don't have time to be fake. I don't have time to be fake. Do you get it? Just doing that, I just cracked my back. I don't have time. If you are a man, you don't have a second to chase a modern woman around if she cannot figure it out. She wants to run away from you. She wants to play the games. I can't waste a second. You can't waste a second. If you are the woman, divine feminine, you better get with your intuition and understand union. And I told you this right now. Grateful Mabel saw the video. I could see by your emojis that you put up. I delivered the message. That's why I do them out of nature. And you see the beautiful swans that show up. Union never happened, ladies and gentlemen. Your inner work happened, but real action. That's where it's like a superhero thing. I listen. I've felt everything. I know everything. The bottom line is, energy is the ability to cause change. Thank you for reminding me, Joe. Right? This is why we're a community here. So yesterday's video, if you did not watch it, you're going to watch it. Because everything is compromised. And what did I say in that video? And what happened yesterday? The guy was on Fox News and the mask came off right on live on the air. I told you it was compromised. I told you everything was compromised. And people still, so when you choose, the man is on the screen. Okay, put a like on this video so people hear this right now. Put a like on the video. If you choose, you got to get this through your head. You're hearing this right now. You saw the man on Fox News and the mask came off on the TV. I saw it on TV. It's got to be real. And you see the mask come off the man on TV and you choose to ignore it and you choose to believe that the reality is still real. If you choose, that's your extinction. It's your problem. It ain't my problem. It's not, it's always your problem. I think people have now gotten to the place where they understand this channel right now. When you go and you see the man on Fox News, mask come off, live on the air, and you still choose to move forward with your fake life, you better get to your heart and live for, and this is not an easy, you're switching what's happening right now, this pain in the body, you are switching your mode. So where you maybe were living from your solar plexus, constantly living in fear, constantly making decisions out of fear. Today, girl, today, you need to make the decision from the heart. Other than that, it doesn't matter what happens. I'll watch. I watch the whole show. And if I watch the sunset and I say, oh, that's it. And that's why, for those that are feeling this, it's powerful, even though it's very intense in the depression. You feel like you want to go home. I did the full podcast. If you're a person and you don't fit into the world and you say to yourself, I just want to go home. So it's actually a very powerful place to be. And it allows you to disconnect from this fake matrix. This is what spiritual warfare actually look like. And the warfare, I'm again, I'm giving you the answer. I'm really a teacher at heart. A lot of people resonated recently. I'm still getting a few comments. Again, I'm not even gonna. I'm just trying to help you. Okay. Okay. You got to get in that heart. You have to do it. Do it. Go to the heart, because this is not going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's the heart. It's always the heart. In the world, right? And as I talk to my friends that are also feeling this, yeah, I'm like, I'm like, I'm not angry at you, right? Because there's so much pain riveting through the body, riveting through. Think about your life. Feel it. You have to feel it. And when you feel, that's why God makes you feel it. When you feel it, then you know. And if it's important, then you feel it. That's what love actually means. That's why you feel pain. Because if you didn't care, you know all these things. You go out in the world, you see all the clown girls out there, but there's something, right? So then, one, you're able to identify through a feeling, and that schmuck runs away from you. It's hurtful because your soul knew that was the divine feminine. She couldn't figure it out. Other than that, and this is where women, you say, oh, what really goes on inside a man's psyche? A real man, not the beta boys that go on Instagram all day long. I didn't realize. Because they don't understand, because they're used to that. Thousands and thousands, one of one. I told you it was one of one. Nothing ever happened. Here we are. It's I would say I am this voyager. It's a law of 80-20. Most runners are the feminine aspect. It's the law of 80-20. So when I teach, I always utilize Pareto's principle, which is the law of the universe. So not all men are the same, not all women are the same, but as we study and we analyze and we understand psychology, do you want to learn about psychology? Do you want to learn about men and women? I know both. You click subscribe. Click subscribe today if you want to learn about the psychology, what's going on in that brain. I'm a teacher. Click subscribe. But 80% of the time, it happens all the time. And then there's always the outlier. There's always going to be outliers. Nothing's 100%. But for the most part, when you go out in the world, you're going to see these attributes. It's the law of the universe, 80-20. It's 80-20. So there's a lot of there's a lot of dismantling that's happening. It's very intense right now. And, I feel it. I spend the day, I walk, I train, I sit in the infrared sauna. I do these things, stretch the back, constantly stretching. And again, these are the things that I'm in control of. We're not in control of anyone else. We're only in control of ourselves. And as I shared last week, we're out here again, right? Do you like the live streams outside? Okay. I got to do it all over again. And you never know. It could end today. Beautiful changes could happen today. Beautiful love could come rushing in today. But you might have to do this again and again and again. And that's the mindset that you will outlast the onslaught. This is the mindset you have to have, men. This is the mindset you have to have, men. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. 7 years ago, I stood outside in nature and I delivered the message. And it still, to this day, lasts the test of time. And in inopportune conditions, how painful it could be right now, you need to perform at your finest. For those that have been here every step of the way and you remember those words, when I teach from a place of authenticity. These are the things that last the test of time. There's a lot of pain right now. I appreciate the community support. It's a very important thing. And you're assisting other people because, these are important things. There's a lot of Distracticon videos out there. If this message resonates with you from a very deep level, I'm so grateful. If you can click the like button, you could do it right now if you're live. It helps others receive the message. You could share the message on your social media platforms. There's a little crooked arrow over there, a little hook arrow. You could share it. That's also going to help. I have Facebook posts. I put up a brand new Facebook reel last night. A lot of people resonated with it. Hit me up on Facebook. The link is down below. Patreon. I'm going to have a new post coming out on Patreon. The link is down below. TikTok, new TikTok. TikTok's down below. We got all the things here. And it's another day. And in our lives, again, know what you're in control of. Another opportunity for greatness. And one day, let today be that. I think also people need to hear my podcast day one. Ask yourself that. Is this one day? It's just one day? No. Or is this day one? The day you stop running. You're actually just running from yourself, girl. You're actually just running from yourself. Everything's coming out now. Celestial Gatekeeper, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's open the gates today. I appreciate you. I love you very much. The flowers are blooming. The turtles are hatching. Yeah, beautiful turtle. I saw a beautiful turtle. You ever see the turtles? Over here, the turtles hatch and they put like orange tape so there's eggs over there. And I'd love to come and see them at night. Maybe I'll get to experience that with someone. These are the things that you could all experience. But some people, they just want to be miserable and sit by themselves. So sit by yourself. Sit by yourself. Today you got to rise up. And whoever needs to hear this message, hear the message. You can put the beautiful turtles in the chat. Truth Rises 144. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Michael, did you see the Admiral on fire? You must have just came on Truth Rises. We just talked about that. Again, if people still believe the news, if you missed yesterday's very powerful video, it's going to be pinned below. It's going to pop up on the screen right here on the replay. Everything is compromised. I told you. And on the same day, the guys got the mask on Fox News. Someone's got to wake up today. Someone's got to wake up today. I am very passionate about this. That's why I get like this. It's like, how do you not see this? I saw it on TV. It's got to be real. You don't see it? No, you got to see it. And what you need to see is you got to see with your third eye, and you got to see what your heart sees, and not going with that brain. Not going with that brain. All right, that's all I got to say today. It's a lot of pain right now. I appreciate the community support, the love, and the liking, and the sharing, and the commenting, and yeah, they want to tell you a vision. Have your own vision, kid, and start thinking for yourself. And men, you need a girl that could actually think for herself. That's what you need, bro. That's what you need, bro. And if you're the divine feminine, start going with your intuition. Enough. All right. I said everything I got to say today. Now it's time to do it all over again. A lot of healing modalities. And anything you want to hear about and learn moving forward, comment down below. I'm going to be going through the comments. I always do, but very powerfully today, because this is a very powerful message that needs to go out to the people, because people feel this pain. So understand the pain. All right. I love you guys very much. I love you very much. All right. Keep going, kid.